that a ketchup bottle? It squirts where you aim.
Get away from her, you bitch!
When I am cutting external miters on these beads, I always have a little bit with me just to sort of show the projection of the next bit, because sometimes they hang over further than you think. So just cut a little bit and use it as a template for the next one, and it will save you sort of making mistakes really. You can see there, just use a little bit just to get it right. All beads are on, ready to cut some mesh and get K-rended up. The steps were not fun, I can tell you that now. Very, very fiddly. Wasn't my idea to K-rend the steps. The customer said, can it be done? I said, well, it can, but I can't guarantee any sort of movement or staining. So we'll just sort of give it a go.
Howdy folks, howdy folks, howdy folks. Kirk and Jay here. Today, we're gonna show you how to scratch, 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 scratch. Drop it downtown, drop it downtown. Beautiful.
My name's Kirk Johnstone and you're watching On The Trowel.
Well, I love working with him because he would talk so much, I didn't have to do anything.
We haven't got much time, we need to get cracking.
Good thing is no alligators there.
In this video, I'm going to be de-skilling plaster. I want to show you how you can do your very own patch plaster work. I'm applying this pre-mixed sealant over there, which is like a bonding agent. Once you've covered the area, I'm going to leave that for a couple of minutes to start to dry. Once it's tacky, you can then apply the plaster. I've got a pre-mixed lightweight plaster.
This is not to be confused with plastering.
You could use a bit of help there, Rog.
The 20-inch has just a little bit more flop than the 13.
You won't be disappointed.
Look at the size of that monster.
Matron!
If you want to get me on my knees all day, you have to pay me a lot more than that.
Don't mess about.
We're all mature adult people.
Carbon steel trowels. Dip it in vinegar overnight. 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 The finish is great. Really good for those in between areas.
A bit more depth and thickness.
That would be rather nice. That would be rather nice.
Right, just made me dinner. It's all going on. That's the first coat with a mesh in it. So I'm just going to start putting these tops on now. Just covered the fishes up. Don't want to get no K-rend in there. I will put the K in coil, won't it? So yeah, so I'm just going to chuck all this top on now, all along, and crack on.
Call it a magic mix. 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 Call it a magic. Call it a magic. Call it a magic. Call it a magic.
Carbon steel trowels. Dip it in vinegar overnight. Carbon steel trowels. Dip it in vinegar overnight. Carbon steel trowels. Dip it in vinegar overnight.
So there we go, that's all on, ready to be scratched up in the morning. He is having all that garden dug up and resurfaced, so I didn't put too much protection down. I'm not usually that sloppy. Well, that was another hard but enjoyable day. So I'll be back in the morning to scratch it if anyone wants to see that. I should do a little video of that tomorrow. So I'm still in a little bit of a zen mood from yesterday's. I'm still quite chilled out. But I don't think anyone else is at the minute. I know the world's a bit of a mishmash of madness at the minute. But people just seem angry. I mean, I live in quite a quiet area, I suppose, country lanes and village and all that lot. And in the last 2 weeks, I've been subject to other people's rage on the road, really. And I'm quite a courteous driver. I'm not an angel, but I'm quite courteous. I don't drive ridiculously fast. I let people out and all that lot like I'm gonna now. It's a big tractor come down. Come on, my old lover, come down. Thank you. See to get a wave back. Now, about 2 weeks ago, I did a video of it, but I took it down because I was really angry. This is before my Zen phase. An old man decided to basically punch my wing mirror because I was parked on a curb because I was waiting to get into the job I was in, which has got a drive on it, but the girl hadn't left to take the kids to school, so I had to wait somewhere. And this old man thought it was a great idea to not just walk round my van, and he's very getting angry now. Not just walk round my van in his very quiet cul-de-sac, but punch my wing mirror just to show his anger. And he nearly got my anger back, but I realised I was in a quiet cul-de-sac with people I know living there, and I thought, 7:45 in the morning, nobody wants to hear me shouting and him shouting, and potentially him being swung around my head like a helicopter. So that didn't happen. So anyway, that was that. And then a couple of days later I was driving and someone was parked on the side of the road waiting to pull out right, and they almost pulled out on me. So I didn't stop, I went round them, and they give me the tooting, really tooting me. And like, I looked in the mirror, you know, like you do, it's your problem. And then they're like, blah, blah, blah. And anyway, nothing happened. They turned off. Lucky for them. And then just a minute ago, I'm driving up these windy country roads, and I wasn't going ridiculously fast. I was probably going too fast, I'll admit that, because, you know, these country roads they're quite fast roads, aren't they? Some pedestrian woman shouted, I could see her shouting, giving it the old arm, slow down, slow down. And I'm coming round the bend, and I'm looking at her thinking, what's going on? Is there something in the road? Is the car broken down? Nothing. She's just took it upon herself. She's got some anger in her, so I was going to give her the old finger as we went past, or the old V's, but I thought, no. I just sort of looked at her and went, as if like, oh, give it up, love. You know, there's nothing there at all. There was a school there, but school's finished. It's like nearly 5 o'clock now. I'm not a madman, but yeah, so I'm feeling really zen, and other people seem to be, you know, taking on all this anger because every time you switch the news on, there's another war starting, or this has happened, that's happened. But you know, you've got to take it in consideration of your own situation. We're not at war, personally, we're not at war, but everyone feels like, because the whole world's at war, we're all at war. We ain't. We've got peace and love, baby. So, yeah, I just thought I'd let you know that, but I'm zen. Nothing's going to break my stride. Nothing's going to rock the zen. The tower of zen is standing still, mate. It ain't moving anywhere. It's going to take a big old beast to shake this tower down. Anyway. Centre. Oh yeah? You want some? You want some? I'll give it you. Yeah, pull over now. You got no friends? I had you joking, I'm still zen.